Hello, students. We are now in the sixth lecture of Unit 1, and the subject we are studying is surveying. So, in the past, we have discussed about how we measure the bearings in on the field, and we discussed some numericals. We will now continue with the numericals with some revision. Now, as already discussed this numerical earlier, we will again go through it. The question states that convert the following whole circle bearings to quadrantal bearings, which means we have to convert the whole circle bearing to the reduced or quadrantal bearing. You can see in the first line that no direction has been specified here. You can see no direction has been specified here. So these all are whole circle bearing. We are asked to convert them in the quadrantal bearings. So first of all, we have to find in which quadrant this survey line belongs to, and after that we will see whether it is close to north meridian or the south meridian, and accordingly we will name them. So starting with the first question, which is 22 degree 30 minutes, as discussed earlier, the result for the first quadrant of whole circle bearing will be the same as that of quadrantal bearing, because the first quadrant consists of angle range between 0 to 90 degree, and since quadrantal bearing bears only 90-degree angles, and whole circle bearing first quadrant will be 0 to 90, hence both of them will be of the same magnitude. So 22 degree 30 minutes is the whole circle bearing is asked to be converted to the quadrantal bearing. So as you can see in the solution, RB is equal to WCB. It will be the same, but there is a change. Since no direction was mentioned in whole circle bearing, but at quadrantal bearing, the direction has to be mentioned. Since it is the first quadrant, the survey line belongs to the first quadrant, the answer will be north 22 degrees 30 minutes east. So this is the first solution. Moving on to the next one, the question says 170 degree 12 minutes. Now it is clear from the angle that this survey line is in the second quadrant, which is less than 180, and it is nearer to the south pole. So we will subtract this figure 170 minutes from 180. Since it is nearer to south, the result will be south 9 degree 48 minutes east. It is in the second quadrant. The third question is 211 degree 54 minutes. So from the figure, it is clear that this survey line is in the third quadrant. So again, it is nearer to the south, and we will have to subtract 180 from it to know how far it is from the south. So the reduced bearing will be whole circle bearing minus 180, that is 211 degree 54 minutes minus 180, and since it is in the third quadrant, your result will be south 31 degree 54 minutes west, the third quadrant. The last uh, question part is 327 degree 24 minutes. It is clear that we are in fourth quadrant, which is nearer to north meridian. So we will subtract it from 360 degree. 360 minus whole circle bearing, that is 327 degree 24 minute, you will get north 32 degree 36 minute west. So this is how you convert the whole circle bearing to the quadrantal bearing. Coming on the conversion of quadrantal bearing to the whole circle bearing, in this line you can see that directions are mentioned, hence they are quadrantal or reduced bearing. What we have to do, we have to convert it into the whole circle bearing. Let's see the question. The first part states north 12 degree 24 minutes east. So northeast is the first quadrant, and as we know that the result in the first quadrant will be same for both whole circle bearing and quadrantal bearing. So result will be the same. The first answer is 12 degree 24 minutes. We need not mention the direction since it is always taken in clockwise direction from the north. The second part is south 31 degree 36 minute east. Now this southeast is in second quadrant, and we will have to calculate by subtracting it from 180 degree. So the whole circle bearing will be equal to 180 degree minus reduced bearing, which will be 148 degree 24 minutes. It is clear that it is in second quadrant. Coming on to the third part, S 68 degree 6 minute west. So it is in third quadrant. We will have to add 180 to get into the third quadrant. So the whole circle bearing will be 180 degree plus the reduced bearing, which is 68 degree 6 minute, and the answer will be 248 degree 6 minute. The last part is north 5 degree 42 minutes west. So it is in the fourth quadrant, and it can be subtracted from 360 degree to get the actual location. So 360 degree minus 5 degree 42 minutes will be equal to 354 degree and 18 minutes. So this is how you convert the quadrantal bearing to the whole circle bearing. Now coming on to the next question. The following are observed four bearings of the lines. The first is AB 12 degree 24 minutes, BC 119 degree 48 minutes, CD 266 degree 30 minutes, DE 354 degree 18 minutes, PQN 18 degree 0 minute east. The sixth part states QRS 12 degree 24 minute east. The seventh is RSS 59 degree 18 minutes west. Eighth part is ST north 86 degree 12 minute west. Find their back bearings. So there is a very simple formula to calculate back bearing. You have to subtract or add 180 to the fore bearing. The formula is back bearing is equal to fore bearing plus minus 180 degree. Now the question is, when do we have to use the plus sign and when to use the minus sign? Whenever you get an angle or bearing more than 180 degree, just use the negative sign to subtract 180 from it, so that you do not get any negative result. And if you get a value less than 180 degree, just use the addition sign, so that it again give a positive value. So using plus sign when fore bearing is less than 180 degree, and minus sign when it is more than 180 degree. So the first question is AB 12 degree 24 minutes. So the back bearing of AB will be, since it is less than 180 degree, you will have to add 180 degree. So the result is 192 degree 24 minutes. The second part is BC 119 degree 48 minutes. Again, since it is less than 180 degree, you will have to use the plus symbol for the back bearing of BC. You will get 299 degree 48 minutes. The third part is also easy. CD 266 degree 30 minutes. Now since it is more than 180 degree, you will have to use the minus sign. Then the back bearing of CD will be 266 degree 30 minute minus 180 degree, which will give you a result of 86 degree 30 minutes. The fourth part is DE 354 degree 18 minutes. Again, since it is more than 180 degree, you will have to use a minus sign. So the back bearing of DE will be 354 degree 18 minutes minus 180 degree, which will be equal to 174 degree and 18 minutes. Now from the fifth part, there is a difference. You will notice a difference that the directions are also given. So from this fifth part, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth, you can easily come to a conclusion that these are the reduced bearings. So how to convert them? Back bearing of PQ, since there is a difference of 180-degree, you just have to change the direction in case of reduced bearing. See the fifth part. The question states PQ north 18-degree, 0 minute east. You don't have to do anything. Just place south in place of north and west in place of east. You just have to replace south with east. Sorry, south with north, north with south, east with west, and west with east. So the fifth solution is like back bearing of PQ. The numerical portion will be the same, but the direction will be changed, reversed. The question states north, the solution states south. The question states east, the solution states west. So only the direction is changed, which shows that there is a difference of 180-degree, a straight line difference, in which direction is only changed. The numerical value will not be changed. The next question is QR S 12-degree 24 minutes east. Again, it is a form of reduced bearing. The numerical value will not be changed, only the direction will be changed. Since in the question it was mentioned south, so in the solution you will state north. In the question it was uh, asked, the direction was stated as east, so in the solution you will say it as west. Again, for the next part, RS south 59-degree 18 minutes west, the solution will be north 59-degree 18 minutes east. The last part, ST north 86-degree 12 minutes west, the solution will be S 86-degree 12 minutes east. So this is how you find out the back bearings. It is easy for quadrantal bearing as compared to the whole circle bearing. In whole circle bearing, you use the formula FB plus minus 180-degree, and when it comes to reduced bearing, you just have to change the direction. Now the third numerical, the question states that the following bearings were observed with a compass. Calculate the interior angles. What are interior angles? In this figure, you can see uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. It's a polygon. So the bearing of line, these are the four bearings. The line AB, this is the line AB. A four bearing of 60-degree 30 minutes have been recorded. So it is easy to first draw a figure. Take a point A and point B and draw a line AB. At AB, there is a four bearing of 60-degree 30 minute. Using an approximation, just draw a line having 60-degree 30 minutes approximate and draw the line AB. At line BC, there is an four bearing of 122-degree 0 minute. So it will be more than 90-degree. The line will be like this. At CD, your four bearing is 46-degree. This is uh, CD, and you have to make an angle of 46-degree. Just draw the line CD. At DE, you got 205-degree 30 minutes. So from the north, you will mark the north at point D, and an approximate angle of 205-degree 30 minutes is made, and a straight line is made accordingly. A straight line is made accordingly. And the last part states that EA is equal to 300-degree. EA is this line just at point E. From the north, draw an angle of 300 and draw the line. This is EA. So this is a rough figure which you will get after manipulating or seeing this four bearing. Now, how to calculate the included angle or the interior angle. They are asking the angles which are in the inner portion. These angles, these angles, these angles they are asking. So included angles is equal to bearing of previous line minus bearing of next line. So starting from point A, you have to calculate angle A. The bearing of the previous line, this line, you can see it is 300 degree. So to calculate the bearing, since it is more than 180 degree, since this angle was more than 180 degree, to calculate the bearing of AE, just subtract 180 from this because it is more than 180 degree, minus bearing of the next line, that is the next line to point A is AB. Since it is less than uh, since it is a 4 bearing, yeah, you can place 60 degree 30 minutes. What you will get is 59 degree 30 minutes. Now for angle B, this, the bearing of line BA will be calculated minus the bearing of line BC. So you know the bearing of line BC, but you don't know the bearing of line BA. So how to calculate the bearing of line BA? You know this angle 60 degree 30 minutes. Since it is less than 180 degree, you will have to add 180 to it and subtract 120 degree 0 minute from here. You will get 118 degree 30 minutes. To calculate angle C, you don't know what is the bearing for the line CB. You know the bearing of line BC, but you don't know the bearing of line CB. So to calculate the bearing of CB, you can see this angle 122 degree, which is less than 180. To find the bearing of line CB, just add 180 to it. Here you can see 122 degree plus 180 degree and subtract the next bearing, which is 46 degree. So you will get 256 degree. At point D, you don't know the bearing of line DC. So again, since this is 46 and which is less than 180 degree, you just add 46 to 180 and subtract this next angle, which is 205 degree 30 minutes. You will get 20 degree 30 minutes. The last point is point E. Now you don't know the bearing of ED. So to calculate the bearing of ED, you have to see this angle, which is greater than 180 degree. What you will have to do is subtract 180 degree from 205 degree 30 minutes and minus the next angle, which is 300 degree. Now since this is going to close, add 360 to it, which will be equal to 85 degree 30 minutes. As the traversing was closing, just add 360 to it and you will get 85 degree 30 minutes. So these all are the included angles. You will have to add them. After adding all these included angles, you will get a sum of 540 degree 0 minutes. Now let us check, was there any error while measuring the angles? There is a check. Now you all have studied this in your 10th class. To add, to see the sum of included angles, there is a formula 2n minus 4 into 90 degree, where n is the number of sides. Since there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides, so 2 into 5 will be 10, 10 minus 4, 90 will be equal to 540. This 540 is equal to the sum which you have calculated above. Hence, since both of the values are same, the check is correct and the included angle which you have calculated is also correct. This is how you perform the mathematical calculations for included angles. The next question states that the following bearings were observed in running a closed traverse. Again, the traverse is closed. What does a closed traverse mean? that the starting and the ending point of the survey is same. You will start from this point A and you will end at point A. So this will form a loop which is closed. Hence, the traverse is known as closed traverse. The following bearings were observed in running a closed traverse. Line AB, the fore bearing and back bearing are given as 75 degree 5 minutes and 254 degree 20 minutes. For the line BC, the fore bearing is 115 degree 20 minutes and back bearing is 296 degree 35 minutes. For the line CD, the fore bearing is 165 degree 35 minutes and the back bearing is 345 degree 35 minutes. For the line DE, the fore bearing is 224 degree 50 minutes while the back bearing is 44 degree 5 minutes. For the line EA, where the traverse is closing, the fore bearing is 304 degree 50 minutes and the back bearing is 125 degree 5 minutes. So the question is, at what stations do you suspect the local attraction? First of all, what is local attraction? Since we are using the compass, the needle may get deflected from its original position due to the presence of some magnetic substances. Due to the presence of some magnetic substances, the deflection of the needle may be there, which can give you a false reading of the fore bearing or the back bearing. So what? How can we check the local attraction? We all know that the difference between the fore bearing and the back bearing is 180 degree. So the fore bearings are given, the back bearings are given. You just have to check the difference whether they are getting the difference as 180 degree or not. The question again is, at what stations do you suspect the local attraction? Determine the correct magnetic bearings. If the deflection was 5 degree 10 minute east, what are the true bearings? So it is a different part. We first of all have to find out the point where local attraction is there. So you have to make a table like this. First of all, put all the lines there like AB, BA, BC, CB, CD, DC, DE, ED, EA, and AE. It is like the stations with first the fore bearing and then the back bearing. So first of all, it is AB from A to B and then it is from B to A. Again from B to C and then C to B. From C to D, this is from C to D and this is from D to C. Again D to E, this value, and this is the value for E to D. This is the value for E to A and this is the value from A to E. So you will place all the observed bearing as this is the fore bearing, this is the back bearing. Again, this is the fore bearing, this is the back bearing, fore bearing, back bearing, fore bearing, back bearing, fore bearing, back bearing. So just make an arrangement of fore bearing, back bearing for these stations like this. Now we will proceed by inspection of the observed bearings. It will be noticed that the station CD are free from local attraction since the back bearing and fore bearing of CD. Here the CD, the difference between the back bearing and the fore bearing is equal to 180 degree. Since they differ by 180 degree, it is this station C and D are free from local attraction. There will be no local attraction at the stations C and D. So all the bearings measured at C and D are therefore correct. Thus the observed bearing at CB, the CB, we know that station C and D do not have local attraction since the difference of the back bearing and fore bearing of the station CD was 180 degree, which is correct. So since it was correct, the correction to be provided at station C will be 0. Here also there is a station C, hence the correction applied will be 0. At station D also it will be 0, and at station DE, the station is D, the correction will be 0. So these 4 points with the stations are as C and D, the correction will be 0. Now, since the observed bearing of CB is 296 degree 35 minutes, which is correct. This value is correct. Now we will move backwards. The correct bearing for BC, for this station BC, the correct reading will be 296 degree 35 minutes. This minus 115 degree 20 minutes, which will give an erroneous result. So to check, you will have to subtract 296 degree 35 minutes by 180 degree, and you will get 116 degree 35 minutes. Since this station was giving a correct value, we will move backwards now. You will have to subtract this figure from 180 degree to get the correct result. If it is 115 degree 20 minutes, the station B will be right. But if the difference after 180 degree is not this value, then you will have to make some correction. So after subtracting 180 from 296 degree 35 minutes, you will get a value of 116 degree 35 minutes, which is not the same as this value. So there is a difference of 1 degree 15 minutes between these two values. So what you will do is, uh, since the observed value, the observed bearing of BC is 115 degree, a correction of plus 1 degree 15 minute will have to be applied to the bearing of BA measured at B. Thus, the correct bearing of BA becomes 254 degree 20 minutes plus 254 degree 20 minutes plus 1 degree 15 minutes, which will be equal to 255 degree 35 minutes. Now, the correct bearing of AB will be therefore 255 degree 35 minutes, again minus 180 degree, which will be equal to 116 degree 35 minutes. The correct bearing of AB will be 255 degree 35 minutes minus 180 degree, which will be equal to 75 degree 35 minutes. Since the observed bearing of AB is 75 degree 5 minutes, a correction of plus 30 minutes will have to be applied to the bearing of AE measured at A. Thus, the correct bearing of AE becomes 125 degree 5 minutes plus 30 minutes, which will be equal to 125 degree 35 minutes. The corrected bearing of EA will be 125 degree 35 minutes plus 180 degree, which will be equal to 305 degree 35 minutes. Since the observed bearing of EA is 304 degree 50 minutes, a correction of 45 minutes will be applied to the bearing of ED measured at E. The correct bearing of ED will thus be 44 degree 5 minutes plus 45 minutes, which will be equal to 44 degree 50 minutes. The correct bearing of DE will be 44 degree 50 minutes plus 180, which will be equal to 224 degree 50 minutes, which is the same as the observed one, since the station D is not affected by the local attraction. Thus, the results may be tabulated as given below. Since the magnetic declination is 5 degree 10 minute east, the true bearing of the lines will be obtained by adding 5 degree 10 minutes to the corrected magnetic bearing. So first of all,
we see that the stations C and D do not have any uh, effect of local attraction, since the difference of these two values these two values were 180-degree. Since the difference was 180-degree, station C will be correct and station D will be correct. So the correction applied to them will be 0. Then we have to subtract 180-degree from this. We will get this value, and which is 1 degree 15 minutes more than this value. So after adding all these arrangements, you will get the true bearings. The correct When you add this 1 degree 15 minutes to the corrected bearings, you will get the true bearing. So this was it, and this is how you suspect a local attraction and determine the magnetic bearings. And if the question mentions about the true bearings, you will have to add the true bearing to the corrected bearings. Now, coming on to the theodolite parts and its function for angle measurements in surveying. With the help of compass, you only measure the bearings, but with the help of theodolite, you measure angles. So it is a very important instrument used in the field of survey. Theodolite is an instrument used in surveying to measure horizontal and vertical angles. It is also used for leveling, indirect measure of distances, and prolonging a line, etc. The line of sight of theodolite can be rotated through 180-degree in vertical plane about its horizontal axis. The theodolite has many parts which needs to be adjusted every time while surveying. It is important to know about the theodolite parts and their functions before using it to minimize errors during theodolite surveying. Now, this is how a theodolite looks like. There are various parts like the telescope, vertical circle, index frame, standards, the upper plate, the lower plate, the leveling head, the shifting head, the plate level, tripod, plumb bob, and magnetic compass in it. So there are many parts of the theodolite, and they have their respective functions. We will discuss them in detail in the next lecture. Uh, it was just to give a view, an idea, how does a theodolite look like and what work it does. It measures the angle, and it may be horizontal angle or vertical angle, and using the equations of trigonometry, you can also calculate the height of a structure in front of you, or the vertical height of the structure, using the formulas of trigonometry, the concept of trigonometry. So we will discuss the functions of these parts in the next class, and I will end the class today here only. See you in the next class. That was it from my side today. Thank you, class.